Well, it had come to my attention that there was some need to further explain the connectivity of some of these components. This is the very basic connectivity piece. This is connecting the track power to a smoke heater PC board, because it's very important. In our power distribution board, we give you track power on two sides, and what I generally say is use your front and rear tracks on this side of the tender to connect here, and the trucks on this side to connect here. If you only have two-wheel pickup on each truck, then it's not a point. You just connect to the one on that side, and it's all fine. These guys share power, and they split that power so that you know it doesn't matter. You'll see that we've added some very thick tracks here so that there's no impedance. These are rectifiers. Their job is to take AC in the middle and send you DC on the outer pins. So these pins come in from AC to the middle, and they convert it to AC to DC, and the DC comes out here, and you'll see the little slash mark on that chip. That means this side is positive. So this comes out here, and it goes to the positive pin here, the positive pin here, and the positive pin here. We have three connectors out there, and that purpose for them have changed over time, but basically these are the smoke connectors, these are the reverse controller connectors, and these are for sound or some other function connector. Okay, basically what I'll show you right now is simply to either the vintage or the 3D printed smoke lids, because they require 9 volts DC, and they have a polarity. Now, I can't explain why it happened this way, but it did. The 3D version, the plus side is on the outer edge, and on the vintage, the plus side is on the inner edge. So it's flipped over, don't know why, but if you think about it, the new one is, oh, and I drew it wrong, can you believe it? The new one is red out. Oh God, right in the middle of my moaning and groaning here. Yes. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. I should just redraw this and shoot myself. At any rate, I'm going to try it. There. Don't do that. The red goes to here, and the black goes to there. Like that, and like that. Okay. The red is out on the plastic smoke, and the red is in on the flyer smoke. All right. Besides that, the other thing to remember is on this output, the plus is here, and it's marked plus, and that we can't just go right to these guys. We have to go through what's called a buck boost board. This regulates the power. So this AC that's coming in, as you know, it can be from 7 to 17 volts. This guy only wants 8, only 8. So how do you get from 7 to 17? You go through this guy. Whether you send it 7 or 17, he will only send 8. And we adjust that 8 right here with this pot. So you plug this in. You plug this into your voltmeter, right? And you turn this dial when the track power's on. Turn this dial till you see 8 volts. It'll up and down. You set it at 8. You're good to go. Now you can wire this up to either one of these lids, and the smoke will operate and will not burn out. Okay? Buckboard, red to red, red to plus, minus to black, black to black, black to minus. You're fine. That's how you wire this thing up. This is how it would look in the tender. You have your motor control board, your power distribution board, and the smart smoke volt regulator. There's an older version of it, and here's one waiting to get the buck boost boards installed. And here is a buck board only. The blue is for one way. That was for a test that we put together. May or may not work, but in any case, this is volt regulator, volt regulator, volt regulator, volt regulator, volt regulator. Regulates volts. keeps you from burning up stuff. 8 volts out in this case. AC in, DC out, but the DC will not be regulated. It goes from 7 to 17 depending on how fast you got your train going. If your train's going real fast, you probably got 15 volts coming out here, and this thing will burn up the heater and will burn up the heater. Okay? All right. So this is the Smoke schematic for next generation, how to put it together. If you get these parts, this is how you wire them up. I'll include this. I'll turn this into a pamphlet that goes with the parts if you order one. Alrighty, that's it for the day. That is all.